Alright, we had the release of the Innistrad deck, and they're doing Premier Midnight Hunt. Draft sounded pretty fun to do, so we'll go ahead and jump in here. This is kind of one of my favorite decks with the werewolves and the vampires. Some of the werewolf mechanics from the past were pretty sweet. Be interesting to see what cards we get in this draft. I do have to say I think I prefer the werewolves over the vampires, although some of the black and red vampire cards look pretty amazing, so we'll have to see what we can get. Some of the pack cards for werewolves. Alright. Definitely not going blue. Interesting. Nothing really blowing me away. This is kind of interesting. Vigilance and creates 1/1s. This gets some land out there. Three or more creatures with different powers. That's a little ambitious. This just is an enchantment. I think I'd rather go for the creature at this point than the enchantment. It's interesting as well. Red elemental. That is equal to the number of sorcery cards. We might not get sorcery cards. Ooh. Oh, it's a werewolf already. Yeah, but here's some of that, the black and red, the vampire that looks pretty amazing. It's hard when drafting to see if you'd be able to get. Oof. Werewolves gain haste. Oh, really digging this card. It's got menace. This is a 5 for the Village Watch. This is just 2 mana. Man, it would do a lot for other vampires. Let's go werewolf. We gotta stick with it. Well, that worked out well. Vampire, human wizard. Yeah, definitely going werewolf. It's a little bit of flying vigilance 0/4. So this is interesting. It's a 4/4 flying vigilance. Running out of time. It's an interesting. It's a cheap creature card. Not really sure the mechanic for 6 is worth it on that one. I don't like shuffling cards back in. I like the death touch option on that one. So we can either tap a creature or have death touch to. Ooh, I gotta be careful here. Am I going green-white or white-red? 'Tis the question. Yeah, I wasn't even... I was paying more attention to the fact that they were werewolves than I was what color we would be dealing. Black werewolf. Vampire, vampire, human warrior. It's looking more and more like green and white. Unless I want one of the artifact creatures. Exile cards from graveyards is all we're doing here. Dang, that's a 5 for a 3/4. That's not much going on there. This has got reach, 3/2 for 3. Not bad there. Like the Tavern Ruffian, that sounds like it could be a fun card. Well, we might have to flash sacrifice destroyer. Might have to start putting a couple of vampires in on our werewolf army here. With reach, I like the fact that there's a lot of green cards. Hopefully some of those wolves will rotate through. That's an interesting night card for the red and white, but honestly we have so few white cards. I think we're red and green at this point. Another archer. Werewolf's gonna be the correct pick there. Another no-brainer. Now the question is, do we want to go for wolf or are we building up? I think we want to go for the wolf. Do a little sideboarding while we're waiting for the opponents. Yeah, it was interesting. Thought we'd be Plains and Forests. And the draw did not go that way. So far, seems like we've got a pretty good spread with some low mana costs. A few higher, some of these are on the higher side. Ooh, I do like the first strike telling a turn. That's a good sneaky card to catch somebody with. Snarling Wolf. There we go. Oh, Vampire Knight. Or destroy target creature with flying. It is nice to have the plummet. There we go. That was a pretty good last card to get. Black, white, blue. The Hound Tamer. Be interesting. I haven't played this yet, so the Nightbound and Daybound mechanic is going to be pretty interesting to learn. Dang, that looks like a monster werewolf. Another vampire. Bramble armor. Equip 4 though. It does not seem. Rest in your graveyard. Card draw. Yeah. Keep building that wolf army. Vampire Archer. I just don't know that we're going to have the vampires required to do the X damage. So at this point, I kind of feel like we're all in Red and Green Werewolf, and trying to get too many vampires at this point I don't think is going to help the cause. Yeah. Digging the Tavern Ruffian. I like the deal of damage, but it'll be interesting to see. I don't think there's going to be too many 1/1 creatures. A lot of the token creatures, the zombies and stuff, are 2/2, so I'm not sure that that 1 damage card is really going to do what we need it to. Yeah, we don't really have a lot of sorcery cards, but how many Tavern Ruffians are we looking at? Well, glad I had one chosen because I was reading as that went. Should have kind of looked into the cards a little bit more before drafting. I'm kind of learning on the go here. Stay away from the vampire. And that'll go right into the sideboard. Alright, we have 28 creatures, 11 non-creatures. Pretty heavy in the 3 mana, but got a little bit of an arc going here. %62 red. Alright, let's see if we can start winding this down a little bit. First, I'm going to go through and get rid of some of these vampires that we picked up. Yeah, this is the one. Costs less if you have a vampire. I like the card draw. It does deal damage. So it's basically like 1 to the face, 1 to a player, and you get to draw a card. This one I'm not too hype on. Let's get rid of the Vampire Knight. Probably Werewolf. 3 of these guys, huh? Three damage, not too bad. Werewolf. Yeah, this is a pretty high equip. Festival Crasher. Don't know that fits. Vampire. Do like the fact that it deals 1 damage, but we're looking to try to weed out the deck here. Still got 8 cards to go. So this is interesting. Let's take a look at this. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may exile a card from your graveyard. If a creature card was exiled, put a +1/+1 counter. And then it has your mill a card. Interesting. So you're milling cards and then growing off of the card mill. I also don't know that that's necessarily what we're looking for. I mean, it does have an interesting mechanic. It is only just single card. I do that. Let's leave it in there. The rough part's going to be milling, but I think just from losing creatures. First strike is a 1/1, doesn't seem too exciting to me. So now that we've kind of cut out most of the non-wolf cards, we at least have the synergy of wolf and the werewolf. Now I kind of think we can start looking at specifically what each one of these cards does and try to cut some out to get a little smoother functioning deck. So first strike. This is pretty solid. I like that this has reach. It's only 3 for 3/2. You know, if we had to get rid of one, it's not a lot of sorcery spells that we're playing. So this doesn't necessarily do too much for us. This just allows us to gain control of a pretty good card. Again, we've got the 2 negates for card draw. Three damage. Trample. I do like the target creature can't block. Question is, do we need 3 Howls of the Hunt? Seems like a pretty good card. Does allow us to flash, so we're able to boost some creatures up, potentially set up for some blocks, untapping. I like that option. Yeah, this one doesn't. We have to cut. That one doesn't have a lot of synergy with the sorcery spells. Still kind of feel like the 1 damage for card draws aren't necessarily going to get us ahead of the curve too much. I don't want to cut too many. Let's take a look at that curving in. Oh, there's a lot of 3s. A little heavy there. Maybe for this first game. For 3 only doing 1 damage. And having the big thing being vampire to get a lower cost. We'll go ahead and we'll pull those out. This is kind of expensive for 5, but a 5/4, just having 2 of them in there. I know we're a little heavy, we haven't cut all the way down. Let's see. 4 more we'd have to pull out to get down to 40. So 3, 4, and 4, 5. 2, 5. Same. 4 and 4. Almost feel like that could be one of the cards. Take a look at our split. So closer to 50-50. By eliminating some of those reds, we're getting a little better mix there. Nothing is really jumping out to me as, I mean, we could thin it down a little bit. Maybe we could take one of these out. Just maybe remove all of them. And then add them one at a time. For 3, that's kind of a basic card. It does have reach, which will really help with flying creatures. Really like the death touch here. This gives us the ability to take care of some pretty bad artifacts. That's a nice one. Oh yeah, what is this doing in here? That was definitely one we could have removed. Now we're getting closer. I'm almost feeling like removing one of these just because it's so costly, because you got to pay for it to get it into play, and then you can give boost, but you know, having to pay another 5 to get +2 until end of turn is pretty high. 2 isn't too bad for first strike. We'll have to watch that one. I feel like we're pretty close. Let's give it a go and see how it runs. Love the artwork for this deck. That's just fantastic with the branches creeping on the window. Getting into the fall season and Halloween up and coming. This is perfect timing for this deck. We'll have to see the day cycle, night cycle. I'm okay with this hand. We've got a turn 1 play. So that's going to start milling going on. Land card, you don't really want to see that. Another land card. See if he's willing to block my 1/1. Willing to sacrifice it. Yeah, didn't think he'd want to. Blue. Had to be blue. Ooh, I do like the ability to put a 1/1, so I think we can swing with everybody at this point. And if we get a block to try to kill it, we can plus it with a Hound Tamer. Work to trade. So it appears we're at night. So 2 spells that'll become due. We're back today, huh? I don't know why I wouldn't play that guy. I think I do the same attack here, but with these two. I don't have any wolf have haste, correct? Because that would be pretty amazing. See if they let me do 6 damage. Okay. This guy does have ward. It's a during daytime ward 1 that they have to pay extra, and then ward 3 during nighttime. I can see them looking at the cards. Blue returning the cards to hand. What other counterintuitive magic do you have there for me? How many creature cards? None. So that's why that's really bad. Is we're milling all land cards. We're still 3 creature cards away from doing anything here. Yeah, it does say art graveyard specifically. And I do like Death Touch. Well, again, I think the best thing to do is double attack here. There we go. Plus, seeing how we didn't play anything, we just used his ability. It's now nighttime. So he's looking for some more return cards. Ooh, the fact that they have trample is fantastic. So what do we have here? See how they decide to block this. Doesn't really do me benefit. This guy's a 4/4. 2 will get through. Do you feel like putting this out gives us the ability to sacrifice to potentially get rid of that artifact? Now we just have to maximize 2/2 with Death Touch. I think this is going to be the best play there. Now we'll have to see what lies in these 3 cards. So it's interesting. The day-night must go off of what the other player does too, because when it was nighttime and he played spells, it switched me back to daytime. So that's kind of interesting that what phase you're in actually depends on some of the moves that the opponent's playing, if I was paying attention correctly and understanding how that works. Make sure this doesn't have anything, and there's a battlefield. Just wanted to make sure nothing crazy. Good game. Sweet victory. Yeah, that was interesting. Seeing some of the mechanics on some of those cards. I don't know that our fungus card, I kind of feel like we should pull that out right now. I mean, really, it was just milling cards for us, and it was throwing lands in there. So it just didn't feel like that had any positive going on whatsoever. So we'll pull that one out and give it a play and see how this next one does. Try to tweak it a little bit each time. Yeah, and we'll have to watch some of those day-night cycle rotations. It is interesting having some of those creature card, the activated abilities that don't count as playing a spell, but you can still have things occurring. A couple of turn 2, turn 3, turn 5. We won't have anything on this first go, but go ahead and get the mountain out there first. This says played that one because it has a nightbound ability to go to a 3/3. I am potentially setting it up to get taken out though, so this could have been maybe potentially a better. Yeah, here. Yeah, it's going to be the better play. Let's swing in first and see what happens. Play that to maximize our mana. Next turn we'll be able to get both these out. Then we're just waiting for one more land. Discards 2 cards. And you get to do a 2/2 zombie. That is pretty wicked. Two cards, huh? Well, I kind of feel like that's going to have to be one of them, I fear. Or do we do the 2? Yeah, you know what? No, that's going to affect our next turn. 1 there, and can't block. That is an amazing card, and it is a 3 mana, discard 2. That is unbelievable. See what happens here. This does have flash. The interesting thing is this has the ability to untap the creature. So do we want the death touch or do we want to be able to untap one? I feel like we play the card. We'll see if they want to trade, but I feel like this is a better setup than for a 2/2. They're going to play a pretty big creature here now that they're getting some mana out, and I feel like potentially using that to take that bigger card out. Again with blue. It's always blue. Always blue. So, sacrifice it at the end of combat. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I feel like at this point, swing in with everything. Boom. Sorry, blue. Hate to do it to you. Rank up. by beating blue. Beat 'em blue, boys. Yeah, I liked how we were able to keep the pressure on them, make them decide to have to block, and then have a few tricks up our sleeve to take out the creatures. Ooh, this is our first unlucky draw here. Yeah, it's definitely a mulligan. We'll keep them. Which one are we going to return? Need to do that because that's such a good card, but we're being friendly, we're saying hello. I feel like doing 3 damages. It's going to be worth it. Turn 2, 3 damage. I don't know that we can. It's nice to get some other cards out, but I think we do the same maneuver. See if he blocks. He's going to let it through. And yeah, it would have been really nice to have another 1 mana card to be able to play, so I could have activated the ability and played a card. Now we're at the point. Can't be blocked with power 2. See if he blocks it. Come on. I'm going to activate that ability anyways. See, that was nice. Ooh, gained 3 life. Not bad. I'm all about that trade. Especially if you can add mana. So this doesn't do anything for me. This gives me a blocker. And then when it's nighttime, I can swing in for 6. Don't like the fact that he's got so many cards in his hand. And I've only got 1. See if he blocks. He's not going to. So now we've got the potential to double up here. Dang. That is an amazing card. Yeah, that is an amazing card. That would be great in this deck. Be able to create wolf tokens, 6/6. That's pretty impressive. Really don't have a lot I can do right now. I'm gonna have to wait this out. Change it over tonight. Now I'll have to see, because when this happened before, the opponent playing some cards seemed to switch it over. Create 2 more when he attacks. That is pretty strong. So alright. We're going to block here and here and here. I probably misplayed that. So I think, okay, now I boost this one. I deal damage here. And then we'll see if he's got a... So not only did he have an amazing card, he had... What card was it that he just played that allowed him to target creature gets +1 and deals damage? Clear shot. Dang! So yeah, like right there, with it being daytime now, I did play... Oh, I only played one card. So I'm definitely swinging in, getting myself thought whenever he attacked, oh, when it's nighttime, nightbound. Good game. And that has the ability to fight another creature. This is an amazing card. Alright, we're getting out of here. We're getting out of here, folks. We already hit him with a GG. Yeah, that was some amazing gold and silver cards with some great synergy. Alright, let's see if we can avenge our loss. Oh man, I'm not liking that lack of lands, but we do have quite a few cards that we can play. And I try to avoid the mulligan as much as possible, so we're going to keep it. Really hope we get some land draws. So far, no luck. Oh man. I think this is our best bet. We do have two plays. If we do have the misfortune of not getting a land, do you think we're going to want to swing? See if they block. And even though that's a flash, I think we're going to put it out. Don't really want to use 3 damage on a 1/1. Use this as a blocker. Blue. Always with the blue. Alright, I think we're gonna swing on in here. Mill 3 cards. I think getting that referee out is going to be the way to go. If you cast 2 spells during your own turn, it becomes day the next turn. It's an interesting card to take out. Dang. Well. Well, first and foremost, let's get the points to the face. This does have haste, which I like. We can get 1 more land. Get that out. Alright, so it is nighttime. No haste for any of the other creatures. Let's swing in, see what happens. Let's get that thing right out of here. I'm just going to play this now. Doesn't even make any sense, but I just want to put it on top of the stack. So he was able to save a lot of his creatures, but he's still down to 5 life. And this guy still has haste. All wolves and werewolves have haste during night, so we really need a forest to come up next turn for us. Or we can just have that happen too. I'll take it. Moving up the victories. 3 wins. Let's keep it rolling. It was interesting. With the creatures he had, that last opponent probably... I think we still had the edge on him a little bit, especially if we would have gotten that land draw and had haste for 4 damage. That would have done the trick for us, but I think he might have thought we were sitting on a little more than we were. Damn, it's Kenny Colburn. 1989. Oh my god, do we do it again with 2 mana? I think we do. Well, that helps. I was gonna say, I think this is Arena punishing me for not going all the way down to a 40 card deck. And then it just seems like it'll want to take and run you out of lanes. Just to prove a point, if you have 41, you'll not draw a single land card, but if you take it down to 40, then it's an even mix, it seems like. It's funny how that works. Kenny, got into the blue, huh, bud? Why don't you get a little taste of it? Starts off as a little thing you might try at a party sometime. You're like, oh, my friends are doing blue. Can't be that bad. Maybe I'll get blue just a little try here. Before you know it, you're freaking casting Suspicious Stowaway. Well, let's swing first. Make them think we potentially have a way to boost this, which we do. Gonna double block it. You're gonna double block me, Kenny? I'm gonna fucking take your blue out first for sure, just because. Then I'm gonna do this shit. Boom. Boom. Just because blue. Don't teach you that in 1989, did they? Look at your cards. See all the things. Got really aggressive with you there, Kenny. I'd like to apologize. I don't know what got into me there. And I do like that. Again, let's take the swing. Just letting it go. Gain of life, huh? Kind of thinking, oh, dude, now we got trample. Try to maximize that mana spend. Use it all up, and then who knows, if we can get another land next turn, then we'll have the ability to double up on those cards. We can get another green. Looking at this here. What do we got going on here? You cast a spell from your graveyard. Do you feel like we need to get rid of that? So, first things first, swing on in. Only trample. Again, maximize that mana spend. Getting that 3/2 out there, I think, is going to be our best bet. Of course, he has double blue enchantments. Because why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't you, Kenny? Well, let's swing on in. Alright. See if I can play this correctly. 2/2 can't block. 1, we can't play both of those. Well, we could play both this and this. I do like Snarling Wolf though. It's only 1/1 before. Let's maximize that mana spin. It's a 2/2 on the board. This is potentially a 3/3, but we're gonna look at that deck of yours, Kenny. Check it out. Put a microscope on so you can see your small deck. That was a good combo. This is where the flash creature with reach be very beneficial. Do like can't block, and that's might be that might be the magic. Look at your deck, Kenny. Look at it. Did you find what you were looking for in your blue deck? Sorry, folks, that was pretty intense. Kenny didn't deserve any of that. But I've seen too many people fall to the horrible ways of the islands. 4. Let's try to keep it rolling. Still taste Kenny's blood in my mouth. Super awesome demand. Super awesome demand. Or is it super awesome dam? Oh, not the best. Keeping it though. Hate mulligan if I don't have to. Boom. Works out well because we don't have another play here, so I will counter your sacrificing wilds by boosting my Snarling Wolf there. Blue. Guess what, guys? Going up against blue. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. People are the worst. This is exactly why 2021 is the way it is. Because of blue decks. Oh, man, I feel like this might be a good maneuver. Let's wonder if he's going to counter it. Just feel like at that point not too bad. So it's just a temporary. Now we have Vigilance. We're able to boost us to a 5/5 coming in on turn 4. This is interesting. I don't know why we wouldn't block, which is famous last words. That's why we wouldn't block. Of course he has that ability. Why wouldn't he? That was super awesome, damn. Super awesome. Jesus Christ, not only did he beat me, but he created a spirit card from the creature that he died and got another one. That's just, you gotta love blue. That's why I love blue so much. It's like, hey, guess what? You can't play anything, and I'm going to return everything to your hand. Oh, and by the way, I've got a million flying 1/1 creatures, and I get to draw 7 cards, but blue's fair. It's well-rounded. People love it. Go blue. Yeah. Yeah. And whenever you discard a spirit card or a card with the spirit, put a 1/1 counter on this guy. So that all happened. I don't even understand how many mana, how he was able to play this. Plus 1/1, indestructible, flying, vigilance, life gain, death touch, blow. See what he decides to do. And gain 2 life, draw 2 cards. Flashback so you can play it again. Blue. Sweet Jesus. At least we got that one off the board, but we still have to deal with all these coming back. This guy has reach. Just get him out there and wait for nighttime to come. Wait for nighttime, boost this guy up, swing in. What do we got? Put a 1/1. Gain that life. Draw those cards, discard cards. So yeah, he can make this a 3/3, so blocking doesn't make a lot of sense. If he puts a 1/1, he can actually make that a 4/7. Flying, make cards. Lifelink, life gain. Not even worth it. Swing in for 2. It's alright. We're gonna play gain 2 life, draw 17 cards. All blue cards play for free. Take infinite turns. How do you just draft a deck with this much synergy where you have spirit tokens that allow you to boost another card and then a milling deck? Seems pretty darn impressive, I do have to say. And what's amazing is that Since he played all those cards, it's now daytime for me. It's an interesting mechanic. I don't see any way out of here. Super awesome, Dan. You super awesome beat me with super awesome moves. So super awesome. You get a nice, buddy. Way to play blue. Super awesome. Super awesome. Super awesome. That's a super awesome. That's why I love playing blue decks so much right there. You might as well just have, you just wasted 15 minutes of your life with absolutely no chance to win whatsoever unless you play with a bullshit blue deck, and then we can just out-bullshit each other and see who wants to just die the most, scratching out their eyeballs waiting to see who makes the other person not play cards, creating more spirit tokens. Might as well throw some fucking merfolk in there on top of it. I didn't even look at my cards because blue is so awesome. I hope I go up against a blue deck. It would be amazing. Seems like when they do these rotations, they would change it up just a little bit where it's like, okay, you know what, in this rotation, there's a lot of vampires and werewolves, and we're going to have some big green decks, and we're going to have red cards that, like, do some spell damage, and white cards that have some life gain, and black cards that, like, let you play from the graveyard. But no, they're going to have blue cards that let you play from the graveyard and have life gain, and can counter your spells, and can remove creatures, and allow you to do extra turns. Oh, and you can draw more cards all the time. Just seems incredibly counterintuitive. Like, it's like this one rotation, just have blue cards be like the swamp creatures, have some like monsters that they have in play. Like right there, I'm totally happy to just get blasted by red, where it's like, you know what, you just dealt some damage. Totally get it. All about it. It's a fun game. He's going to play creatures. They're going to fight each other. We're going to cast magic spells. It'll almost be like playing Magic. The vampire to fight my werewolves. This is pretty amazing. Do have this flash. See if he decides to do anything. Man, I almost want to do this there to... But... 4/4 is not bad, and then I'm able to make this a 3/3, so pretty good move. We had creatures, they fought, there was an outcome, it was exciting. He didn't create like 14 blue flying 1/1. Let's see if he's willing to trade my 1/1 for... Interesting. Instead of boosting him up there, I'm gonna save the mana to play our Tavern Ruffian. So, you can only imagine that this dude played against a blue deck, drank himself crazy, found out the blue deck cursed him, so when he woke up with a hangover, he was also a werewolf, because that's what blue decks would do. Man. Man, oh man, oh man. Those feel like making it where he can't. Where he can't block, and we just go in for 15 would be a pretty good move. See if he's got a flash creature to come out. Yep, not too bad. White flash. Are you gonna block my 6/5? even upset. Do you get first strike with that too? Does this guy have first strike? Dang, man. Just went from being on the verge of being all the way down to he's in a pretty good position here. But again, combat damage was dealt. Flash has a little bit of a blue feel to it, I'm going to be honest. A white card flashing in is a little weird there, but I'll take it. Oh, man. 1/1 flying card. Oh my god, blue has poisoned. Does this guy have trample? Does not have trample. We're going to swing in with him and he's going to block with a 1/1. Oh my god, every time it's going to be 1/1. See if that's what happens. Yes, yes, yes. Let's do this. It does gain trample. We're gonna save that though. Are we? Are we? Yes. Maybe. He's gonna play that again for flashback. Feel like attacking with both of them next turn might be the magic. Could have done 9 damage there, but I don't know that we would have gotten through the next go. Would have only dealt 8 damage. Not gonna block. Nice. Hopefully there's... Okay, so we're gonna swing in with both. See what they do. We don't want him to die. Down to 2. I say we save that card like we've got something. What we really need to do is get another werewolf out with trample. Yeah, you're gonna have to pay 1 extra to destroy that there, buddy. There we go. Now what you're gonna do, you're gonna have to block him. That's why I was so surprised that you actually attacked with that guy. It's gonna kill your boy here, which is gonna prevent this from happening. I love it. I love it. Does have the ability to wipe me off the board though, and gain 2 life. Does this do 2 damage to any target? Well played. Well played, sir. So much rather lose in combat versus just not getting to play a game. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that loss. Well, we made it to 4 wins. You know, only lost 2 to blue, and that last one I think was a fair. Let's claim our prize here. 1,400, not too bad. Not too bad for 10,000 gold. Play a little bit more, we can actually get some of the dailies done, and we're going to be able to play the next one. So hope you guys enjoyed a little peek into the new card rotation here. Had some fun. Enjoy the artwork is gorgeous. Enjoy the vampires and the werewolves. So we'll catch you on the next one.